All right, we are here. It's good to see Mame and Gerri. Mame, I can't remember the last time we had you on the live, but yeah, good to have you back. And then Gerri, we spoke after
Last
the
Friday.
Charity Shield.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
off Norwich.
No, for Norwich, after Norwich. Sorry. So, our very last game was, of course, in the Super Cup against Chelsea. So I think it's probably a good place to start off at. Um, so I should start off how we usually kind of do with the lineup. Mame, I'll come to you first. The lineup: Ox coming in, Matip coming in, Trent going out, Genie going out. Just how did you feel about Bobby being out? How did you feel about the lineup before the game started?
Well, actually, yes, the lineup was pretty unusual. Of course, I was expecting Matip to start, but I was expecting Trent to start as well. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and Ox on the wing, I didn't see that. Of course, club didn't want to play Firmino. He has his reasons, you know. But I wasn't expecting Ox to start on the wing, probably in the middle, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I understand at some point in the season, Klopp is going to have to play Ox on the wings, because he doesn't really have backups there.
Mm.
So so he was he was trying it. Maybe there's something he saw in training or something like that. But I
Mm-hmm.
think it's we're gonna see some of that in the season. Yeah.
Yeah, and Gary, what were your thoughts?
On the lineup against Chelsea in Super Cup.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first saw the team, I wasn't really happy with it because I just didn't see how Oxlade-Chamberlain was going to work on the left wing. Because he's played with Ronaldo in pre-season, hasn't he? And
Right.
he played Ronaldo playing on the left, Chamberlain's playing on the right, and you could just see it wasn't working. He hasn't got that. For me, it's either you play him in midfield or you don't play him at all. Or you leave him on the bench because you could see he wasn't getting a game. He wasn't even touching the ball. I mean that's the thing. He wasn't even getting a run at Aspilicueta. He's trying to drift in to get the ball, and it was right. It was the right decision to take at half time. But I mean, the midfield was exactly how I said last Friday. I said Henderson. No, I said yeah, Henderson, Fabinho, Milner. And that's the one I predicted that club would play, and it didn't really work out. I thought Milner was very poor. Wasn't at his usual best. Um, I thought Fabinho. I've seen a lot of I think it's Graham Souness.
Mm-hmm.
He said he had a poor game, which I don't understand what game he was watching because I thought Fabinho had a very good game. He was breaking up play. He was playing the ball forward as he always does, just doing his normal job. I don't know where he got that thought from. I thought he had a very very good game, Fabinho. And he was still giving it all. He played 120 minutes of football, and he was still breaking up play in 100. After 2 hours of football, which is a lot of football to play, especially in a final, a high intensity game against another English side. But doesn't Klopp, at least Klopp admits he, after the game said, I admit it is my fault. I, I played the wrong team, and that's what I like to see as well. And he made the wrong, he made a mistake, and he admits it. But it's just about it's important that we won that because to play 2 hours of football in a Super Cup final and not win it would have been, and playing 120 minutes would have been. I think the team would have been going into the Southampton game maybe with not that not on the level of confidence that we're at the minute because that can be a bit frustrating as a player to just give it your and lose your penalties again. So I'm relieved. I'm very happy that we won that game because we got a reward at the end of it for the hard work that we put in, and we just move on now to Southampton. Another trophy. Just Klopp's team wasn't the best, but we got through it, and that's all. That's all I can ask for.
Yeah, I think when we got a lot of games this season, and part of that is exciting, of course, because you get more chances to watch Liverpool. But part of it is you feel for Klopp and the players because it's going to be back to backs and very very small windows for recuperation and rest and training and all that. So yeah, I agree with what you said. It was 2 hours of football, and to lose that would have been pretty bad to go way out there to travel in again the time. And you spoke about Fabinho. I don't know where Graham Souness got that from either, but I thought Fabinho was good. But he's one of the guys who I'm kind of worried about. not worried about, but I'm wondering if he'll be ready for the next game. Same with Gomez. Gomez essentially played 3 positions in 2 hours: right back, left back, center back. Um, so it was a frustrating game for me. I'm glad we got through it. Of course, I think both teams had a fair bit of chances. I was surprised to see that we had more shots. Did anybody know that before they saw the stats? Did anybody know that we had more shots on target? On target, I mean.
Oh yeah, on target. I thought we said overall. Yeah, on target, I do think that after.
It was
And then,
kind of obvious though.
yeah, not for me. I don't know why I missed that. I thought
Yeah, I
Chelsea
think
had
it's probably
more
because
shots.
of the offside goals that Chelsea scored as well.
Okay, maybe, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, it was good to get the win. We also ended with more possession. But for me, I still have some concerns defensively, and not even necessarily. And maybe it's more with the VAR, and because you can see the refs are taking forever to put the flag up. So it feels like there's a moment where Van Dijk, I think, yelled at one of the linesmen as if to say, "Put the flag up," so I don't feel like, in my opinion, if I'm the coach, I'm telling them, look, just run to the whistle because you don't want to stop thinking it's offsides and then they score or whatever. But there's something with our line that seems a bit off. And again, I don't know if it's the fact that VAR is more. I mean, or VAR is present now, and that's affecting something. But am I alone in that, Mame? Have you noticed anything
Well,
defensively that just doesn't look right?
well, for the offside flag, it's in Europe it's different than in the Premier League. You know, in Europe they wait till the action finishes
Yeah. Okay.
before calling the offside.
Yeah.
So it's different ruling right there. But
Okay.
as for the defense, I think sometimes we play too high line. I think it's even higher than last season. I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've been called a lot.
Yeah, too much for my liking, man. I'm a little concerned about that. Gerri, defensively, is there anything you think about the Community Shield? Although I know what people say about the Community Shield, but to me it was a competitive match. You think about Norwich and then Chelsea, Southampton. We're going to Southampton, and they didn't look that great against Burnley.
Yeah.
So
And
two so two. Good.
yeah, just to finish, I think last year, I think also like opposite teams watch the videos because last year we were kind of playing like that.
Yeah.
There was a lot of plays like that, but it was always offside. You know.
Yeah, but wouldn't you think that even during the season last season, because we were so great at that, managers would have been watching that throughout that season? I don't know I can't put my finger on it, man. That's probably part of it. I mean, obviously they're, maybe catching on to how to get past the press. I mean, not the press, the high line. I don't know, but there seems to be something else that I can't really put my finger on. That's not right. I don't know what that something else is, but it's personally making me slightly nervous. Not necessarily against Southampton coming up, but just in general. I think in the 3 games we played this season, including the Community Shield.
Yeah, I mean the Community Shield was a that was City was when the season started for me. That was
Yeah. I'm glad to hear somebody else say that. Yeah, I know a lot of our fans think it's a glorified friendly, whatever the case may be. But so I think in these 3 games, all 3 teams have gotten at us one way or another. I think Norwich is probably the weakest of those teams as far as attacking play, but I for one, I'm personally concerned. Mame, my bad. Were you done, Mame? I didn't want to cut you off, man.
Yeah. No, I was done. I was just making a point.
Okay. Gerri, any concerns you have, or you just feel like maybe I'm overreacting, or what are your feelings about our defensive performances so far?
Yeah, they haven't been to the levels that we were at last season. I think I think teams are getting in behind us a little too easily for my liking.
Mm.
I think against Chelsea I think we were really open in midfield because especially in the first half, what you could see was Gomez not getting high because he can't anyway. Joe Gomez he is a centre back and his right back's not his natural position. But also Robertson, you can see Robertson wasn't getting very high up the pitch up until Mane came on, and that was a real. Then we started seeing a bit more, a few more forward runs. I don't think Robertson had a particularly good game. He offers us much more going forward. But and what the thing was Henderson was spreading out to the right a lot. No one was spreading out to the left a lot. And then when Chelsea would press and get the ball, we'd only have Fabinho left as the only defensive midfielder, and they'd have a lot of space with Kante, who was phenomenal in that match, Kovacic, Jorginho. Even Mason Mount when he came on. He had a good shot as well, saved by Adrian, and we're conceding a lot of shots as well, and not just shots from outside the box, but a lot of good chances. For the first goal, when Giroud scored that goal, I don't know whose fault it was because yeah, Gomez, did come from Gomez's side, but Van Dijk was initially with Giroud, and he kind of left him. He kind of left him just be free. I don't know if Gomez was supposed to track it. That was I don't. I can't really pin my.
Yeah, no excuse for that goal. No excuse for that goal.
Yeah,
That was terrible. Terrible.
that was terrible defending. I can't pin, you know, who it was, but that was poor. And yeah, as I said, we were getting cut open way too easily, and that wasn't happening last season. And as you said, I don't know what exactly it is. Is it the high line that Van Dijk has hinted at? There is a change in that, or is it something else? As you said, I don't know. I can say, we're getting cut open from here, but this is the reason why. I can't really put my finger in it and say this is why we're not defending as well as last season. And it's odd to see, but I think hopefully we just get into that rhythm again, get into the same sort of that same sort of rhythm that we were last season defensively. And I think that will come. I think let's just see tomorrow, because I think tomorrow's going to be a very good test for us. If we come away at Southampton with a nice 2-0 clean sheet or something, just a clean sheet as well, just to boost us a bit more, I think that would just give the team a bit more confidence as well going into other games.
Yeah, and Mame. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
But don't you think that the players are not physically on point yet? Because
I was just going to say that's probably part of it. Yeah.
because someone like Van Dijk seemed a bit rusty, even though he was good. He was really great, but he seemed tired some moments. And not many players.
He doesn't really just seem. He doesn't even seem to be like just moving in his typical pace. That makes sense. It's strange, man. And so I guess we have to remember that it's still the early part of the season. No team is going to be at their blistering best. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you could say City. I guess I don't know, but it's going to take some time. I think at the end of the day, as long as we're getting results, that's really all we can ask for at this moment. Of course, we have the keeper issues. We'll get to Adrian in a minute, but I think right now, especially coming out the Super Cup, the travel, the heat, not to make excuses, but that's just what it is. Chelsea will probably have some struggles too. I don't know if they play Saturday or Sunday, but again, Fabinho looked like he was getting ready to break down. I don't know how this guy even was prepared to do penalty kicks. He looked really just done. I thought his performance was great, but he looked so beat up, and a lot of them did, and rightfully so. So I think going into Southampton, it will be a tougher test than maybe some of us will think. Based on the result they had against Burnley, similar thing to Chelsea, I think. I know for me, going into it, I'm thinking not necessarily an easy win, but I thought we would pretty much handle Chelsea without too much trouble, and that turned out to be false. So shout out to Chelsea for that. But Southampton, again, will be a big test. On to Adrian, man. Mame. I mean, this guy, 2-footed, half of our team, apparently messed up the ankle of Adrian. Do you think Adrian will play tomorrow? Just yes or no answer.
I think he will play because I heard one of the interview where he was saying that he was really hopeful. I think he was he was really positive about playing tomorrow. So I guess he will play. I don't think we should worry too much about goalkeepers or something like that because you go to Southampton. Southampton doesn't have like a great goalkeeper. They have a decent goalkeeper. So I think we have to stop worrying about those stuff and just play our game. We should beat them. We are better than them. You gotta stop worrying about that.
That's an interesting take, and I like that. I like your attitude and confidence. And you're right. We should be going to Southampton and beating them. And I believe that's what will happen. Gerri, are you much like Mame, or do you think the goalkeeper situation is a bit of an issue, especially if Adrian isn't starting, or do you feel like if Andy Lonergan, whatever his name is, comes in, we'll be fine? Just what are your thoughts about the goalkeeper situation?
Yeah, I mean, I expect, as Mama said, I expect Adrian to start tomorrow because he did the interview and he said that the swelling's going to go down, or it's gone down quite a bit after the last couple of days. I think hopefully it goes down tomorrow as well, and he should be alright. As I said, painkillers, heavy strapping. So I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine. If
Okay.
he, I mean, if Adrian plays tomorrow, I mean, I haven't got a problem with Adrian. I've said that a lot of times. I haven't got a problem with it at all because I don't think he did anything wrong in the game. I don't think it was a penalty, the one that he gave away, or was supposed to give away. I didn't see the contact there one bit. He made he saved the penalty to win us the Super Cup. So I never had any doubts about him. I think he's a good experienced keeper that can fill in the job until Alisson comes back.
Yeah. In case this doesn't record, Gary, can you hit the record button on your side? Is that possible?
It's recording.
What'd you say?
It is
I say it
recorded.
is.
No, I know. But I just feel like if more than one of us has a copy, I don't know. Maybe we could, because last time it didn't work when I hit record. So I'm just wondering if any of you can do it on your end as well. If not, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I don't think it lets me do it.
Okay, no biggie. Let's just keep going on.
It's
So
me to save in the corner. Oh, yeah.
it's all good. So St. Mary's, I believe, is what their stadium is called. Because of the game and everything we put into it, is there anyone particularly that you guys feel like you would sit because of everything that happened at the Super Cup on Wednesday, or do you feel like, look, the Premier League is important, you play your strongest side? Anybody can jump in on that one.
Mama, do you remember this?
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'll make a few changes because I mean after that game, if we're not going to make a few changes after that game, it's going to be those players. A few players in there are going to be knackered. I think. I mean Fabinho, as I said, he couldn't even take a penalty. Obviously he had a cramp at the end of the game. He took it. It was a good penalty, but he looked dead on his feet. He looked shattered. Henderson, I think, has played a lot of football. Maybe those two have a rest, but I think maybe Salah's played a lot of football again. When I say a lot of football, it's just based on the last 120 minutes, really, because the season just started. There shouldn't be any excuses, but 72 hours to play a match. So after 72 hours, after 120 minutes, it's going to be very tough for some of those players just to keep up with that same intensity. I think there should be a couple of changes, but not too many. I think I'd keep the same front three, Salah, Firmino, Mane, let them play because they're going to have a week rest after that anyway into Arsenal, so they should be fine. I think a couple of changes in defence maybe, or maybe just the one. Gomez out, Trent in, and in midfield maybe one or two changes there. So not a lot, just maybe 2 or 3 changes just to freshen things up, but not a lot. I don't think that's needed really. It's early into the season. The players should be fit and fresh. So, and I know some of them haven't had the biggest preseason, but they obviously had training today, and it's during the season. It's not, you don't have that same sort of the intensity is going to be much lower. It's sort of just going to be a recovery session. So the players should be fine. I think just a couple changes, as I said, in midfield to freshen things up. One in defence, and we should be fine tomorrow. There's no excuse for us not to win tomorrow. No excuses at all. Just like Mama said, we have to go into that game. We're going into the game, after winning the trophy. We've got 3 points in our first match, and we have to go again. We have to go win at Southampton. It's what teams that want to be champions have to do. We want to away at teams like Palace, Leicester, all these other teams that won last season. 2-0, nice, clean, professional job. And that's all we need to do again. Professional job, keep a clean sheet, get a couple goals, and just see the game out. And that's what I want to see more of us doing tomorrow, hopefully.
Mame?
Yeah. Well, for the lineup, I see Trent playing. I think he will go with Van Dijk and Matip because Gomez played the whole game.
Yeah.
He seemed roasted.
Yeah.
In the midfield, Gini is all right.
Yeah, he only played about 6 minutes.
Yes, Milner seemed having some issues being and he was subbed. I mean, on his knee.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Ice pack.
Yeah. Well, we might see Lalana if he's fit.
Yeah.
You know,
Possible.
I can
Possible.
I can see him playing. I seen Fabinho playing too, man. This guy is a beast.
Is this a game for Shaqiri, you think, Mame?
For the front three, listen, Klopp will always go with the front three. Maybe in the second half he will sub someone off or two players, but he will start with the three guys.
I just
Were
don't.
you?
I don't think. Sorry about him, but I don't think
Because
Shaqiri's. I think Origi
yeah,
is Shaqiri in a pecking order, in my opinion.
exactly. And I think that this game is very important for Klopp because he has to win this club. He has to win this game. It's a must
Listen, man, we gotta win every
because
game.
I think City is playing.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but
really.
especially this one because City is
Yeah,
City playing. You know,
Say it
maybe
again. Say it again. City
they
what?
can have a draw or something
just
like
see
that.
got Spurs in there.
City is playing.
Yeah.
You know, so they can have a draw or something like that. So we have to win.
Yeah. Totally
We
agree
have
with
to
that.
win.
Yeah.
I think it sets the tempo as well. The Southampton game. You know, if we can go into that game, get a clean sheet, get 3 points, it sets the tempo for the other games like your Burnley way. You know, your Sheffield United's away. You know, Leicester's and all this stuff. You know, if we can go into that game, as I said, if we go into it and say we win 3-2, yes, that would be a brilliant. You know, 3 points doesn't matter what the score is. But I'd rather just get a 1-0 win, or I'd rather get a 2-0 win. I want to see a clean sheet tomorrow. You know, I want to see us defending the same way that we used to last season, just being much more solid. Not just conceding goals, but just not conceding chances like a heavy important chances, clear cut chances. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see us. I don't want to see teams getting behind us with one ball. And having a chance from there on. You know, I think Trent needs to improve defensively. I thought Matip was really good against Chelsea. Absolutely fantastic. His passing, he had the 3 or 4 passes where he lost it in midfield.
Yeah.
But other than that, I thought he was really good against Matip.
It's kind of unlike him too. It's weird.
Yeah,
It's unlike him, but
But
I noticed that too.
but I
but
thought Matip was
oh yeah.
so.
Go ahead, Mame.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the Chelsea game, about the defensive job Chelsea did on Fabinho, you know, and that's why he had a tough game. He had a good game, but it was tough for him and for us as well because he was the one taking out the balls, you know,
Right.
and that's you saw that problem with Matip because he was trying some long range passes, like not like mid range passes, you know, from the defense to the midfield, you know, and that's why we struggle in this game. They did a very good job. Jorginho did a very good job on Fabinho and Kante as well. You know.
Yeah, Conte is not from this planet, man. That dude is like I mean, this guy does so many things on the football field, and most of it goes unnoticed, I think, to some people. Obviously, I know you guys watch the game, you know the game, but this kid is unbelievable, man. Unbelievable what he does. So smart, just so smart, reads the game so great. Anyway, yeah, Southampton. Look, it's Southampton. I think they have a decent manager. He looked really good for them last year, or they looked really good under him last season. Are there anybody? I'll come to you first, Gerri. Is there anybody from that team that you can think of that necessarily gives you any concern going into the game tomorrow?
I mean, no concerns for me. I think Danny Ings is going to be playing for. He'll probably be up front. But he'll probably be up front, trying to prove a point, all that nonsense. But
Yeah.
if we're going to draw tomorrow, if we're going to lose the game, which probably won't happen, I think we'll win. If anything that's going to happen, it's going to be because of our own fault. I don't think it's going to be Southampton's quality shining through, because I think their top scorer is Danny Ings with 70 goals or 7 goals in the competition. So, you know what I mean? We're just gonna, if we're gonna drop points, it's gonna be us shooting ourselves in the foot. You know, so if we just play our own game, if we're compact defensively, you know, when Southampton have the ball, if we're solid, play on the break, when we can, you know, try to break Southampton down, Salah, Firmino, Mane, you know, and obviously sometimes as well on the counter attack, because you remember Salah's goal against Southampton, that was from a corner, you know, so we have to capitalize on these situations as well, because Southampton will want to attack a bit more on the rough. Arsenal to the first home game of the season. They're under a bit of pressure after losing 3-0 against Burnley, so they will open up a bit more. You know, but we should be fairly comfortable. You know, especially if front three are playing, should tear them to pieces. Firmino's looking so sharp at the minute. Same with Mane. You know, Salah as well. All the front three it's nice to see that they're looking fit. They're looking fresh. They're looking sharp. And ready to hopefully beat Southampton tomorrow, because, as I said, that sets the tempo. Win that 6 points, and you move into Arsenal. I think for me is, you know, because of the quick turnaround from the Chelsea game, I think Southampton is possibly a tougher game than Arsenal.
I don't disagree with that. That's a really good point, and it more so because of obviously the quick turnaround. I think, yeah. And Arsenal, I mean, I'll see them this weekend. I mean, they only won 1-0, right? No. What was it? What was it? Was it 1-0? But they looked pretty.
Yeah, it was a
1-0 against Newcastle side that barely.
Okay, yeah. But I feel like once they get Pepe, Lacazette, and Alba going, they could be a threat. But yeah, listen, I mean, honestly, I think when Liverpool are at the top of their game, and clearly, even when we're not at the top of our game, we still can get victories. So, yeah, I don't really think that we'll have too much of an issue in this game. But at the end of the day, we can get on here and talk to each other on Twitter about how bad the performance may be tomorrow. But as long as we get the win, I think we'll all be happy when it comes to that. Mame, same question, man. Anybody on that squad that gives you any concern?
Frankly, no one. No one. Nah, but just to be real, you know, those kind of teams, when they win, it's because we played bad. We played bad.
Amen to
You
that,
know,
man.
that's the only thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, we should win. Maybe it will be a tough game because, especially now when teams play Liverpool, like they give 100%, 200%. You know, even Chelsea they played well, but I don't think they will be that good in the whole season. You know,
Yeah, it's hard to say, man.
it's because it was Liverpool. That's it.
I think we were helping Chelsea a lot by giving the ball away in some areas. We lacked. I mean, the first 15 minutes we started pretty well. I thought we still had the chance. We're moving the ball a bit. You know, we look quite good. And after that sort of 15 minutes, Chelsea grew into the game. I thought they played some good football as well. And they played good football away at Old Trafford, but they lost 4-0. You know, I was impressed with what I saw from Chelsea at Old Trafford. I thought against us they were really good as well. You know, I think Lampard's got a few decent things going on there at Chelsea with the sort of football they play. And you know, they definitely need the transfer window to sort out, you know, the areas in attack, striker, and, you know, defender, whatever it is. I don't really care. But I thought with Lamp, you know, they had chances as well. You know, Pedro at the bar, he was really good. Pedro, you know, and they could have scored a few more goals. You know, Mal had a chance, brilliant save from Adrian. Tammy Abraham had a chance as well. Chelsea had a chance to score, and this is what it's kind of, again, it's not worrying me, but it's a slight concern because Norwich had a chance to score. And, you know, I think it's a Stieperman. I don't know if I think his name Marco Stieperman.
Yeah, Stieperman, Pookie. Yeah,
he had a very good chance in the first half. A couple good chances in the first half.
I think I was gonna say yeah, more than one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he had 2 chances in that first half: a volley and the one they skied over.
But they were awful. I'm like, I would have thought he was a defender or something. They were awful shots. But yeah.
And City, because I was obviously watching it from very high up on the ground, and you could see that we were getting cut open really high. And it was so good to see, because I could see that the line that we were playing, and it was much more higher than we usually play. And Sterling was getting behind, where Walker makes that run in the centre, plays in Sterling. Obviously, Sterling fluffs his lines, but we've been lucky. You know, we've been lucky in certain situations that we haven't conceded more because against Norwich we could have conceded more than one if they were clinical. Against Chelsea we could have conceded more than two if they were clinical. Against City we could have conceded definitely more than one in that first half, especially if they were clinical. So we need to sharpen up quick because our luck's not gonna keep on going when teams create chances. You know, so let's fix up now because we're in this to we're in this sort of bubble where you can't drop points with this Manchester City team. You know, you have to be relentless. You have to keep on winning when the pressure's high. And we're so good at it last season. So, and I'm sure we'll be good at it this season. But you know, let's not make it hard for ourselves by dropping a few early points against Southampton and making it difficult for ourselves. You know, let's just keep on going as we were last season. But as I said, a few slight concerns, but it's going to be interesting to see how we get on tomorrow. Definitely.
Well, you make some interesting points, but it's funny. Football is such a funny game because, you know, you say, if they were more clinical, Chelsea or City, but you probably could say the same, and maybe their fans will say the same as well. Think about both the City and the Chelsea game. You know, we're gonna start with the Chelsea game first. The goal or the shot from Van Dijk, where Kepa makes an incredible save. The one moment that I think about in the Community Shield was again City with these ridiculous goal line clearances and. Another one that so you know, there's going to be chances for both teams, and it really does come down to those fine margins of who can be that more clinical.
A lot more chances than we normally have been, though.
No. I agree. No, so. Most definitely. But and you brought up a point that Mame said earlier. It just looked like we've been playing a much higher line. But yeah, Mame, it does look good to see Firmino, Salah, and Mane. Yeah, Firmino, Salah, and Mane together doing well, and it's just beautiful to see how. It almost feels like they can all play each other's position. You think about the second goal against Chelsea. Mane gets the ball off the break, gives it off to Firmino, and Firmino has, of course, the sight to get it back to him. But Firmino's coming from a left-handed, like winger kind of position, and Mane's coming down the middle. So, just nice to see them back. And I feel like if they're in sync, it gives me that much more confidence. If they were struggling and they weren't getting goals or they weren't, working together, then that would be, I think, a bigger concern.
Also, I just want to say one thing because it's kind of a difference from last season. If you remember that, at the start of the season, when we were saying, well, it would have been pundits, fans saying, our attacks not being sharp and it's sort of our defense that's keeping it in us. That these games, and now it's kind of, again, it's like our defense has been making, a few mistakes and they've been getting teams being behind, but our attack's been scoring goals. Like City, obviously City scored. Against Norwich we scored 4 goals. Chelsea scored another 2, could have scored a lot more. So it's kind of roles reverse from last season.
Yeah, very much so. That's a good point, Mame. How Mane looked, number one when he came on from Norwich, and then in Chelsea. And then turn around and playing his old team in Southampton. What do you look to see in Mane in the game tomorrow? Do you think what we've seen from him so far will continue?
For me or Gerri? I was disconnected.
That's okay for you. Oh. Yeah, I was just asking about Mane's how good he looks so far, and then playing in Southampton tomorrow. Do you expect that to continue? This kind of form that he's showing?
Well, I really hope so. There's no reason why. But
you still there, Mame? All right, we'll just keep.
Yeah, going. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Go. I can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I say, yeah. There's no reason why he wouldn't. He's got again at halfway. Hello?
Yeah, Gerri, can you hear him? It seems like you're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, he's breaking up. I can't really hear him, man. It's in patches.
Okay.
Okay, let me.
Yeah, maybe disconnect and I don't know, try to get you back on or something like that. But anyway, yeah, it sounds like what he was saying was there's no reason why Mame wouldn't continue in that form. And I can't disagree with that. He looks really hungry. All three of them do, and that gives me, like I said, a bunch of confidence going into the game. The fullbacks, we know that is kind of more or less our creativity a lot of times because we don't have that kind of quote unquote, I guess you could say, creative attacking uh, midfielder. Is that concerning to you at all? And Naby's injury again, is that at all concerning for you? You think it'll be a small setback and he'll be back soon?
Yeah, because obviously K got a club to say K is injured today, didn't he? And what worries me a bit is he didn't really put a specific time frame on it. Just to say that he is injured for this long, or maybe he doesn't know, but it's another muscle injury. And muscle injuries aren't the best because they're sort of injuries that they're reoccurring. They can happen again and again. You've seen with Lallana, he's had multiple muscle injuries. And I don't know. With Kate, it's really disappointing because obviously, I really want him to kick on this season, and he's not going to do that if he's going to keep on getting injured. He's not going to find that consistency that we know he can if he's going to get injured, and he's going to be out for games. And yeah, maybe it isn't his fault, but to be honest, he shouldn't have gone to the African Cup of Nations. Maybe it sounds selfish because I'm a Liverpool fan, but he just wasn't in the right. He wasn't in the right in the right shape to go to African Nations. He clearly wasn't fit. He left after 2 games anyway. So all he did was aggravate the injury. And just it's so disappointing to see because I really expect when we wanted K in 2017. I mean, I was so excited, and we obviously got him in 2018, and I just thought that this is going to be that midfielder that really helps us kick on and change that midfield. We're not going to see a lot more. I thought when K signed, we're not going to see a lot more of Ronaldo, well not Ronaldo, but Milner, and even Ronaldo to a certain extent. I thought we are going to see a lot more Fabinho, K in the same midfield. Ronaldo and Milner not playing as much, but because K has been injured, been inconsistent. He hasn't. Ronaldo and Milner, they've still been playing obviously very consistently. So it is disappointing to see Naby get injured again. Hopefully, it's a speedy recovery. But I'm just so down because Southampton would have been a perfect game for him to come into. We need fresh midfielders, fresh legs.
Yeah.
That sort of that drive that he gives us. He was so good against City, City in the Community Shield, so good against Lyon in the friendly, and he would have been perfect playing that left side of the field. You can play Wijnaldum as well and Milner because Wijnaldum, Milner, and Keita was the midfield that we were playing from the start of the season last year when Keita first came in. And I thought
Good point.
it was quite a decent midfield, and that would have been nice to see tomorrow. But he's obviously out, and we don't know for how much longer. But yeah, we're just gonna have to make do without him, of course, and just wait for him to come back to full fitness and just hopefully he can stay fit this time. But it isn't his fault. When a player's injured, I never like to criticize them. I never like to say, oh, he's a flop or he's this, is that. Injuries do happen, and it's happening from right now. And just get over it and be back to the level that he was at Liverpool last season, certain spells, and obviously RP Leipzig, which is the reason why we signed him.
Yeah. Just in closing, Mame,
Yes.
cut off there. I'm gonna put you on the spot for a score prediction, man. What you got?
Wow, I see 2-0.
Give me the goal scores too, just to make it a little interesting.
I would say Mane and Salah.
All right, Gerri.
Yeah, as I said, I do score predictions of mine 2-0, 3-1, but I'm gonna be positive and gonna go 2-0. 2-0 win, nice confident win. Defensively solid hopefully as well. And yeah, 2-0. Do you want scores?
Please.
Mane, obviously Mane and Salah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have been going back and forth in this in my head, and I love the 2-0 because I like both of you. Obviously, I want to get a clean sheet as well. I just see Southampton scoring somehow, some way, and I feel like I have a feeling it'll be like Shane Long in the 90th minute, or maybe Ings early on. But I think it'd be 3-1. I think for us, I could see all the front three getting goals, as well as an assist or two. So yeah, 3-1. Salah, Mane, Firmino, and maybe Ings or Shane Long. Shane Long, for some reason, seems to always have a pretty decent game against us. I'll never understand that.
He scored like 3 goals in 45 games, and he always happens to be us he scores against.
I know, that's what I'm saying. If he plays tomorrow, he'll at least get a chance if he doesn't score. So, but yeah, I mean, it's Southampton, and we can talk all of this about the whole travel back and forth, the heat, the 2 hours of football. At the end of the day, it is Liverpool and Southampton. Now, I'm not going to get as cocky to say that our B team can beat them, although I don't think that that's false, but I think we need as strong as possible. Look, at the end of the day, these guys are football players, and they are human, but this is what they do. Go ahead, my man.
Do we have a B team?
No, I think people literally mean like the youth guys, like Curtis Jones, Larouci, maybe Shaqiri, or what I mean. So I don't know. I mean, but you're right. I know. No one has a B team besides Man City, really. To be honest with you.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think for the few run of games we have right now, maybe 10 or 15 games, I'm telling you, the only important thing will be the results. Because I don't think that
I agree.
We would really outplay teams or something like that.
The only team I can see us, absolutely battering and putting a good performance in it for the next few weeks is probably Arsenal. I mean, we just normally always seem to be,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And we're gonna be, for that game. I just know that we're gonna win that game. We're gonna put a scintillating performance in, and we're gonna look world class and probably beat them 4-0. I wouldn't be surprised about that. But it's more the games like Burnley away, where we're just gonna have to dog it out and just scrap it out with Burnley and just, as I said, just win the game. These are the games where you just get the 3 points. Burnley away, Southampton, get the 3 points. 2-0, 1-0, whatever it is, get the win and just move on. You know what I mean? So it's important for us.
I am not looking.
Points.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I am not looking forward to going to Turf Moor, man. That's
I'm happy
I hate playing those dudes. I hate playing those dudes, man. Say again?
I'm happy we're getting it out of the way early, with a 1 week break. It's not jammed into midweek like it was in December last year.
When do we play Burnley?
Well, after Arsenal. So
is it? I didn't realize it. Okay. Yeah. I agree with that. Go ahead, Mame.
What is the Naby situation?
Yeah, I was just asking Gerri how he felt about. We were talking about our creativity and how it comes from our fullbacks, and I was asking him how he feels about this Naby situation. I feel like Naby could be that guy that we're kind of looking for. People are saying we need a Coutinho-like player, or people are talking about Bruno Fernandes, that kind of player. We didn't get him, obviously, and Klopp has his reasons for doing that. But I'm just saying that with Naby being out and that really coming from our fullbacks, how does that make you feel about going forward? Do you think the Naby thing is serious or just a small setback?
Well, exactly. I don't know what's happening with him. I don't know if he's gonna be fit like next week or something like that.
They're keeping it really hush, Gerri. Because did you hear anything, Gerri? Besides that, he's not playing tomorrow.
Well, I think Klopp's press conference was really early on, so I think it would have been like 6 a.m. for you. It was 11 a.m. UK time. So, and he said that it's just a muscle, a hip muscle injury, and he said, he didn't really put a time frame on it. I think they kind of asked him. He said, "We don't know yet," and I don't know what to make of that, because he said with Alisson, he did say he's going to be out for a few weeks. I think you have to sort of wait for with Alisson. I think he did say a few weeks. With Naby, he didn't say anything at all. He said, "We don't know yet," and that just worries me a bit, because if it was a small injury, it'd be a week or so. If he's saying we don't know yet, could that be a long?
Yeah.
So that is a little worrying.
I thought he was going to be fit. I thought he was on the bench against Norwich. I thought he probably would have started against Chelsea, in my opinion. And or if he didn't start against Chelsea, he would have started tomorrow. So it's very frustrating for Klopp, and obviously Keita as well. But we can't do anything about it now. We just got to move on and just deal with the options that we have in midfield. But also,
good.
Because I didn't really answer your question with the fullbacks. I just sort of was just talking about the K injury. I
No,
mean,
it's okay.
With the fullbacks, I mean, yeah, we haven't really got that sort of creative spark that we have got.
Yeah.
You say we have got. It's just all workhorses in midfield. With players like Milner, Wijnaldum, Henderson, and it's not disrespect to them. It's what they are, and they're brilliant players. For what they do. And we haven't got that sort of that creativity in midfield, or someone that can have a pop from 20 25 yards. And you could see that when the fullbacks weren't getting up. So when Gomez was playing, not Trent, but when Robertson wasn't playing, where was our chances coming from? Where was our chances coming from? It was just like, Robertson wasn't getting up. There was no Trent. The midfielders was Milner, Henderson. What creativity was that going to give you? Chamberlain left. We did next to nothing in that first half apart from the Salah chance. Next to nothing until Firmino came on and changed the whole game. So that does worry me a bit, because if our fullbacks are nullified and they're stopped, how do we start creating chances? It's gonna be our front three making chances for themselves. And that's why I would have liked Naby to obviously just be in a team from a consistent basis, because I think he is that. He's not the same exact player as Coutinho. He's definitely not.
Oh,
But
absolutely not. Yeah.
he's definitely not that sort of player. But he does provide that creative spark from midfield that other midfielders don't provide, and he's something different. That's why I wanted him to be fit and really kick on the season, which is disappointing. But it is obviously, it could be a week, it could be a month, I don't know. So I'm just gonna have to see.
I mean, if nothing else, just the fact that he can carry the ball. I mean, and that's a sort of a creator in itself, because if you can carry the ball, defense comes towards you. Obviously, you can find a pass. So. Yeah, I mean, he was showing some signs in the Community Shield for the few moments that he came on. I mean, for me, I thought he gave the ball a bit too much away that game, but he was showing some kind of spark. He gave the ball way too much for me, but he was showing some aspects of like, okay, if we can get that, and it's just so unfortunate to have him out of the team again. It's just awful timing. So I'm hoping it's a small setback, but again, like you said, Klopp, what he said in the press conference didn't really seem too encouraging. I'll say that.
He didn't have a smile on his face, maybe because of the Adrian situation, Kate situation. He wasn't that
Yeah,
sort of.
I'm sure he's livid right now. I mean, this is not a great. Obviously, it's a good start because the team is getting results. But
Well, I'm beaten right now. I mean, we didn't lose the City. It was we lost
yeah. No, I get it. No. So, yeah. I mean, again, tomorrow it's just about winning. You know what I mean? That's that. I don't. I'm sure there'll be some stressful moments. That's what Liverpool do.
Win and just relax and watch the City Spurs game for me. Win the 3 o'clock kickoff and just watch the City Spurs game, and knowing that we've won our game, and whatever happens to City Spurs, we can't control. All we can do is control our game. So that's all we can do.
Who plays before us? Isn't there a game before? Isn't there like an early game?
Arsenal Burnley 12:30.
Say it again.
Arsenal versus Burnley at 12:30 UK time. So 7:30.
Hey, wow, yeah.
7:30.
Okay, Mame, you still there?
Yeah. I'm still.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's kind of collectively go from back to front on who we think will be in the game tomorrow, if you guys don't mind. So Adrian, I'm thinking if it's just a swollen ankle, not to make it seem like that's not a serious, injury or whatever, or it's not that serious, but yeah, then it should be okay, right? I mean, there's nothing broken or torn or
no.
So you should. Okay, so I think we can agree that Adrian in goal. Are we all agreeing on Trent at right back?
Definitely, 100%. Yeah, we do need that those crosses into the box as well. And we're playing Southampton, not going to pose too much of a threat. So play Trent and let's just get on the front foot from the minute one.
Mame, you agree?
Yep.
And do we agree that Trent needs to improve in general?
Yeah,
or am I overreacting?
No, he will. I think he does, and I think he will improve.
How are we so great at set pieces last season? Because I feel like so often they're so bad, especially corners. Salah corners are atrocious. Oh my god!
Did you see the one? Did you see one from the far left where it's bounced, and the one where he
bro.
The first man. I mean, that
shit is so frustrating, man. I'd like to see some better corners.
Some result. I mean, I saw us because obviously we got when I was watching the game last season, it was that we were top top of the league for the
I don't know. It's crazy.
top league for the most goals scored by set pieces. And I was thinking, also, I don't know how we do it sometimes because
I don't get it.
our some of our corners are just atrocious from
Yeah.
from Alexander. Some of Trent's corners are really poor this season.
I think that we get way too much corners compared to other teams.
It's also Virgil as well. Virgil makes a massive difference just winning every header, doesn't he?
Yeah. I think Madsen could do pretty good at that too if he gets a little more consistency with that. But yeah, I think it's safe to say Trent goes there. We all agree with Matip and Van Dijk. Can we move past that?
Yeah.
And then Robinson, of course. I think the back four is pretty settled. Now, midfield 3. Who's in the 6? Is it Genie? Is it Fab? Or maybe Lallana. I don't know. Fabinho? Okay.
Fab.
Fab for both. Okay.
Klopp can go experimenting some new things again. That's not possible.
Klopp loves to experiment, man. This motherfucker, man. He loves to experiment.
It didn't work against Chelsea. Did it with Chamberlain left wing?
No, they got 8 up.
Say it's my fault. So it'd be silly for him to 3 days later to put Lallana number 6 for all that stuff. Put Fabinho in there, he'll be fine. Stick him in there, So
and Genie not starting in the Super Cup. Does he get a start in this midfield? You guys think?
Definitely starting. I think
Genie and who?
And probably James Milner if he's fit.
Oh, I thought you said Lallana. All right. So Milner for Gerri and Mame. You going for Milner as well? Are you going Hendo? Or are you going Ox? Elliot? Who you going with, man?
I think Endo should be fine.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind that.
Endo.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, Hendo definitely if he's fit. 100% Hendo if he is fit. I just don't know. Maybe he needs a break. I don't know. We're not the physios. We're not doctors. So if they're fine, Klopp will know. I think
I'm wondering about Ox. I don't know. I'm not really. I mean, I get what Mame said earlier about him putting Ox up there because of the slim options that we had. But Ox needs to be playing centrally for me. I mean, he was a complete ghost. I was. As the game was going on, I was thinking about the lineup, and I was thinking, "Oh yeah, Ox is playing, but so where is he?" Yeah. I don't remember him. I don't remember him touching the ball more than 3 times in that first half. You know what I mean? So I got a sneaky feeling that he could see some time there from the beginning, but I think Klopp will probably go, especially with Hendo playing that much in the game. I think he'll go with the good.
I think he was playing in Mane's position, so Chelsea had a special treatment for Mane because they was thinking Mane was gonna play there, and maybe that's why it was tough for him too.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
I mean, his position obviously he's not left winger, but I just don't think he got in the game at all. I mean, you're playing out of position, but he's get on the ball and make get yourself about on the pitch. I was just seeing him. I didn't even see him once actually have a sprint, make a sprint. I just seen him jogging. Didn't get in the game at all. We were playing our football on the right side as well. As I said, the first half, Robertson and Oxlade-Chamberlain were both invisible going forward. Didn't see Robertson make one run in that first half. We were sort of playing with Salah and Mane together. It's like Chamberlain was just shoved from the left, and he didn't really, have a chance to make an impact as well. But I'm not too sure really. I mean, maybe Ox, Genie, Milner, that could be midfield as well. Genie in the 6. That midfield start the. Yeah, I mean that midfield did start the Champions League quarter-final way at City.
Oh wow, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I'm a little concerned with Fabinho, man. He just didn't look good after that game. But obviously, I hope that he's fit and he can play. I think
Klopp's probably picked the team by now. I think the players will know who's starting. At this time, but it all depends on what the doctors said to him. And who's fit and who's not. So I think it should be fine. The season just started. There's no excuses. Maybe
all right,
but I don't know. But
yeah, no. I mean, all right. Maybe we can go to the front 3. I know you guys don't agree, but I have the feeling that Shaqiri is going to play a role in this game. Maybe not from the start, but definitely at some point. I don't know. I just feel like not all 3 of those guys are going to start. I'm probably crazy for thinking that, but I think one of them is going to sit. But I'm assuming you guys probably going with Firmino up front, Mane on the left, Salah on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
classic.
Go for it.
No rest. Okay,
No
cool.
rest. No rest.
Cool.
Go for it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think that's a good team. I think the only person to be rested is what, Gomez and
Gomez and I mean I said Henderson, but mom obviously
yeah. But what Gomez really? I mean, because we don't. I don't know what
after this
the
game, 2 games in 2 weeks. Arsenal and Burnley, they're gonna have two weeks for 2 games. You know, another week off again after this game against Arsenal. After Arsenal, another week off against Burnley. You know, so there's plenty of rest. You know, the season just started. They should be fresh. Yeah, there'll be a few tired legs out there maybe, but you know, it shouldn't be too bad. You know, it's not as if it's not as if they just played 12 games in December and January started. You know, what I mean, it's just it's a game, 120 minutes. Make a few changes, you know, freshen a few things up in midfield maybe, and we should be fine for tomorrow. Definitely should get 3 points. You know, I'm looking forward to the game.
Yeah, as Mame said, man, the game is important, and it just because of who we're going against, which I think again is pretty safe to say. We'll see what the Tottenham and City game tomorrow, even though it's early, could really show something. So we'll see what happens with that. But I think it's that one team that we're looking at, and so we really don't have too much room for error. So yeah, it is frustrating to have this. Go ahead.
After, wait, is the City game after Liverpool, isn't it? It's
Yeah, I think it's 12 o'clock this time, so that means
yeah, okay,
5
it's
around that. Yeah.
half five, half five.
Yeah. 12:30 here, so yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, we don't have. I mean, same thing last year, which would be incredible if we could do what we did last season, or even better. That would be amazing. But I think it'll be the same kind of title fight. But I mean, as hard as it is or as easy as it is to be looking at what City's doing. Obviously, Liverpool got to just focus on themselves, get their points, take it, and really, especially this season, take it one game at a time. It does feel like we're one or two injuries away from looking, not so great. But right now, I think we look fine, and I expect the boys to look good tomorrow. But I think it will be a tough test. So
I think early goal helps us as well. If we can get early goal,
yeah, that would be great. And I think that would put a lot of everybody at ease a little bit. Like, okay,
yeah,
the ways, because
sure.
I feel like we're gonna get a similar, two different teams obviously, but a similar, I guess, fight from Southampton that we got from Chelsea, because Chelsea had got smacked up against United, and they couldn't do that again. Southampton just got smacked up by Burnley. They can't play like that again. So we're gonna get Southampton's best shot, and it's Liverpool. So I think every team, knowing they're playing against the defending European champions, we're gonna get their best. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's probably one of the best games Norwich will play all season. To be honest, that I thought they played really, really good. I was impressed with that. Go ahead, my man.
That's exactly what I think. It's gonna be a tough game. They're gonna give their all. No.
Oh yeah. I mean, especially because it's Liverpool Southampton for all the obvious reasons.
That's what we expect.
Yeah. So
But yeah, we should win. We should win. I don't know it will be the hard way or the easy way, but it's gonna be a
yeah, I'm willing to bet it might be the hard way. Just saying, willing to bet it might be the hard way. But again,
I'd love to see a comfortable 1-0 win.
that would be great. But as long because man, there's gonna be some grind outs this season. You guys know that already. I don't know what teams are gonna take place against, but it's gonna be some grind outs. It's gonna be a hard, long season. We got a lot of games, man. Oh please, yeah, the holidays, man. It's gonna be. I gotta look at the schedule to see who even play in that.
The Club World Cup.
So look, let's just. I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but I'm just curious because I know Gerri, you're always on top of this. Can you give me the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 games?
Yeah, so we've got obviously Southampton away tomorrow, Arsenal at home on the Saturday after that, Burnley away again on the Saturday, 31st, and international break 14th. We come back after the international break at home to Newcastle on the early kickoff at Anfield.
Wow.
Then we're gonna have, because obviously after Arsenal we'll have the Champions League and League Cup group stages. Champions League group stage and League Cup draws, and then so we have Newcastle. Then
whoa! When's the draw? Roughly?
It should be
September.
Okay. So 20. It should be maybe the 29th.
Roughly around. Oh, really? Okay, damn. All right. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, then we'll have Newcastle. Newcastle obviously after the national break. Then we'll have the Champions League group stage. The first game. Premier League after that is Chelsea away.
Yeah.
And then League Cup. Then Sheffield away. Then another Champions League game. Then Leicester home. Coming back from national break. United away.
Jesus Christ, man! How do you have all that in your head like that? It's amazing.
Yeah,
And then Tottenham
I've said
away after United. Tottenham home. Whereas at home.
that is massive. What in the
Wow.
half? That is massive. United away. I think it's United away, Tottenham home, Villa away, City home. I think, if I'm not mistaken, and
Yeah,
that's
Villa
that's
away.
with Champions League games, and that's just gonna be mayhem. It's gonna
You
be.
know what's messed up? We can't play Porto this year.
Oh
Ci-
yeah,
Ci-
they're knocked out on there.
Man, that's tough.
City home, then Palace away.
Say it again.
City home, then Palace away.
Yeah, after that, so
Mm.
that October to November period is really tough, and then we have to go into the December with it could be possibly 12 games with the Club World Cup because we have to go to Qatar on that 18th December and play a couple
Oh, I
games.
forgot about that.
Oh, and this is why sometimes I think that we're gonna have injuries. You know, why did we
Oh yeah,
strengthen?
yeah.
Why didn't we strengthen in
No,
some?
I know. It's and it's. I mean, yeah, and the way things are. Yeah, that's.
At the minute, you look at the squad now and you think, oh, you know what? Look, Lovren's not in the 18, Lalonde's not in the 18, Bruce not in the 18. But when these injuries start hitting, you know, at the start of the season, you always think, oh, look at this squad, what a lot of players something to pick up from. But when we start getting injuries, because we will, and the squad starts to thinner and to become thinner, to become thinner, and then the quality players start getting injured, and we look to the bench and you think, who have we got here to replace him? You know what I mean? So it's just, we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm excited about it, man. I know you guys are. I love when Liverpool are playing this many games this frequently.
Yeah,
I'm sure that someone looking forward to the first international break. But I'm enjoying it. So I think this will be a pretty good test for us, especially going into the Arsenal game. But listen, again, I've said it already. I'll say it again. Most of these games are going to be a pretty good test for. There's probably be a couple teams that we can do what we did to Norwich too, but most of them are going to, I think, be really, really tough. And people are going to really try to test our skill and see if we really have it. So especially having that European, the sixth trophy in the cabinet. That's we're going to get everybody's best. So I'm looking forward to it. I know you guys are as well. I appreciate you guys. Sorry again that it was so late, but I'm glad you guys stuck in there, and we'll try to get James on next time. But yeah, let's be in touch tomorrow. And if everybody has time, let's see if we can get on and do another one post-match.
yeah, definitely.
Sound good?
Yeah,
Definitely.
100%.
Yep.
All right, boys. Good night. See you soon.
Yeah, you too, mate.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
No problem.